radio show. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody had a great week. Real quick announcement before I move on to the rest of the show. I've decided to offer personalized monthly psychic predictions specific to you. So the monthly subscription cost is going to be $58. You'll receive a video on the first of each month with personalized predictions on what the energies of the month are, and then weekly breakdowns on what you can expect in love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. Also included in the video will be coaching tips to help you navigate the month ahead. If you're interested, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru, G-U-R-U. It should be somewhere on the screen around here. And go to the personalized monthly psychic subscriptions tab to sign up. And you can cancel at any time by notifying me prior to the first of the next month. So it's no risk. Try it out. See if you love it. If not, you move on. So thank you. Okay, on with the show. So it's been another active week of like deep soul level clearings and getting things accomplished. On last week's show, I discussed some of us would be dealing with dishonesty in one way or another by either being dishonest ourselves or others being dishonest with us, or possibly misinterpreting someone as being dishonest. I heard from several people that they did in fact deal with this, and I myself ended up thinking someone was being dishonest with me when in fact they weren't, and I just misinterpreted their actions and lack of clear communication for something that it wasn't. So that was a valuable lesson learned, and jumping to conclusions and all of that good stuff. So hopefully everybody else did better navigating last week. So let's get into tonight's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, November 2nd. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. So general themes, the term beached whale came to mind. And to me, this feels like several of you have been stuck and beached yourselves in situations, places, things, and people who aren't quite aligned with your true self, your real purpose, and your highest good. So this week you'll see where one choice led you to another, then to another, that caused you to stay stuck because you felt you had no other choice. So this week it's imperative to make new choices, or at least one new choice. It's either a life of stagnation, of doing and repeating the same thing over and over again, or a life of courage by wiggling yourself off the beach into the ocean of life. So I say go for it. You won't regret it. Will you deal with some challenges? Yeah, but it's nothing you can't handle because you've been dealing with challenges your entire life in one way or another. So this is not anything new. And once you navigate through them or surf through them, you'll be in a better place overall, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. Those of you who have gotten, who've gotten yourselves unstuck or unbeached, to me, I feel you'll find your inner courage and you will access your own inner hidden knowledge and wisdom, and you'll decide to share it with others. So I think that's going to be a beautiful experience, and I hope that you do pay it forward and share the things that you've learned and how you've been able to overcome challenges, because we all need a little bit of help, and so go for it. Another general theme for this week is confidence. Confidence, it's a quiet knowing and inner trusting of your own abilities. It has nothing to do with ego-driven fake confidence and posturing, which is basically a false layer of confidence placed over insecurity. So it's basically masking insecurity, and it doesn't do anything for you. True confidence brings a natural ease to everything that you do, and it allows for more peace. This week, everyone will be dealing with some sort of confidence issue. Some will realize they aren't as confident as they believed. Others will realize those they believed were very confident are not. Then there will be situations that trigger your insecurities to be brought to the surface in order to be accepted so you can move into a place of being more confident. Then there will also be issues arising where people are projecting their insecurities onto you or projecting their confidence onto you, or you'll be doing it to each other. So everyone will experience a variation of things that go along with moving you into deeper states of self-love. So again, it's going to manifest itself in different ways for everybody. And it's just anything that comes up, again, it's just coming up for you to accept it and then basically integrate that energy and move on. So, by accepting your insecurities is actually how you become more confident and feel more confident. Your insecurities are a part of you. They're nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to run from. It's just accepting yourself for exactly who you are. And anything that maybe you don't like about yourself, those are things that can be changed because you have the power to do that. Anyway, let's keep moving along here. So another thing that was coming to mind for the general overall theme was free at last. And to me, this week, I feel everyone will notice that you've released something that previously held you back. So it could be anything. I wasn't really getting what exactly it would be, but I felt as if you would know. So you would just realize it. So maybe, before you had a fear of being a passenger in a car and all of a sudden you realize, hey, I'm not freaking out, or I'm not feeling, paranoid about riding shotgun, or it'll be something else, maybe some, addictive behaviors or people or whatever. It just feels, again, like you've released something and you'll really notice it next week and go, oh my God. So I think that's going to be great. This week also finds many consciously choosing to be responsible, not only for yourselves, but for the entire planet. For some of you, it could be taking up a good cause like environmental issues or donating to social causes to help those less fortunate, or even deciding to proactively recycle. Maybe you've not been recycling or it's hit or miss and you decide, you know what, I'm going to make sure I recycle everything. Or maybe you end up volunteering at a homeless shelter. Either way, it's a feeling of paying it forward and doing something that is greater than yourselves. And when you're of service and you're giving, that's just sending out an energy to receive back. And, that's how it is. It's a reciprocal agreement. So you've got to give from a space of love and heart in order to receive from a space of love and heart. This week, there's also an energy of truth. Many of you will decide to live a life being your true selves by simply being who you are in every moment of every day. There's no more hiding for you. You're deciding, you know what, I'm free to be me, and you are. You're free to be you. And I just feel like it's going to manifest itself in multiple ways for different people. It's just a realization of, hey, you know what, maybe I'm a little quirky. Maybe I am a little goofy. Maybe I am a little weird. Maybe I am all these things. But you embrace them and you love them. And again, it's directly tied to the whole insecurities and confidence thing. The more that you embrace your true nature, the more free you will feel. So I do feel, it could be everything from serious issues of, revealing your true self, be proud in who you love and what you love and what you don't love. And it's all good. So whatever your truth is, just be proud. Love yourselves, and everyone else will too. And those that aren't, those that don't love you for you, those aren't people that you want in your life anyway. Those would be relationships that would be more difficult and you'd feel stifled. And I'm sure you've experienced that on some level. So stop hiding from your true self and allow yourself to be that free. It will be less stressful for you. So just be yourself. Some other energies floating around this week are indecision, anxiety, trust, and delays. Again, these are all connected to what you'll be going through on what I just shared with you for the general overall themes. It's all tied in together and it's all connected. And that's what life is. Everything is connected. We're all connected on some level or another. And, I just feel like you'll be experiencing that sort of feeling more and more, that whole oneness vibe. All right, so let's move into work for those employed. I do feel like, for most, it's going to be the usual routine, nothing too crazy or exciting happening. It's just going to be the daily grind. Others may experience another bout of what to do in regard to your current work situation. It's that stuck thing coming up for you again. So to get yourself unstuck, what do you have to do? You've got to make a decision and then start taking action steps. If you do nothing and all you do is complain about your situation, well, that's not going to solve your problem. That's not a resolution. You're just staying stuck and dwelling and complaining and rehashing the same thing over and over again. That does nothing. You're just creating more of the same. So it's really making a choice and then taking action steps and follow through with it. And I promise you, if you do that, you will see some change in your life. I do feel some may be dealing with a coworker who's either going to try to take credit for the work you did or blames you for something that you really didn't do. So it kind of just feels like somebody's being a little shady at work, and either way, however it manifests for you, stick up for yourself, do it in a way where obviously without anger and frustration and that way, just speak up, protect yourself, and everything will be fine. Those of you that are looking for work, some I feel like you're going to make connections with new people this week, which will lead you to a job. Others, I feel like you need to get proactive and ask people for leads. I kind of feel like, you're just getting discouraged and looking online, and I don't know. I just feel like you need to do something different. So if you've been doing the same sort of thing for your job search, again, step outside of the box and go out, meet people, talk to people, and see if that gets you any leads. Then there's a few of you who I just feel like you need to not be doing any kind of like job searching. I just kind of feel like it's really not going to make a difference this week, because I feel like you need to freshen up your resume. Either freshen it up or just do a whole new resume, maybe even get some professional help to do your resume. I just feel like you're not maybe articulating how amazing you really are in your resume. So I feel like a little tweaking will go a long way. Those of you that are in committed relationships or, dating, doesn't necessarily mean marriage, but like you're in a committed relationship, I do feel like indecision will be the topic, or annoyance this week in your relationships, along with something else bugging one or both of you. And I know I've probably said this 100 times, but I just feel like some of you you're still not communicating with each other about, your fears, just concerns and what's bothering you, and you're just not being yourself and speaking your truth. And there's too much fear surrounding that. Like, this is your partner. This is somebody that you are supposed to be able to feel comfortable with. And the only way to do that is you have to feel comfortable with yourself. So again, nothing can be resolved or decisions made if you aren't discussing the things that are going on in your relationship that you're not happy about. In order to get to a solution, you have to address the problem, and then you work together to get a resolution, come up with something to make everyone somewhat happy, right? Like, it's not going to be perfect, but communication and compromise are key. Those of you looking for love, I just don't feel like there's anything wild going to be going on, or any major things in the dating love department here. I kind of feel like it's going to be the same. You're going out, you're having a good time, you're meeting people. You might meet somebody, you might not. Either way, it's just about the action and the choice of putting yourself out there. I do feel as if some of you are just too busy picking people apart, and you're going out on dates with people and you're just making judgments too soon, or, I don't know, it just feels like it may be a self-sabotaging sort of behavior. So if you find yourself sitting across from somebody on a date and while they're talking to you or you're watching them eat or something and in your head you're just like, oh my God, he chews like this. Oh my God, she does this. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, I don't like the way they breathe. Like really take a look at what it is that you're nitpicking about. And I feel like you need to loosen up and need to take a look at yourself because you're not perfect either. And typically the things you're being triggered by are the things that you yourself have done. It's typically projection. So, make sure your list of must-haves and deal breakers aren't too finite because it's actually hurting you, not helping you find love. There's an energy of confusion, delays, this is surrounding finances. There's an energy of confusion, delays, anxiety, and hurt feelings surrounding money. Try not to get too hung up on any money issues arising this week. Focus on what you want to happen financially versus what you don't want to happen. I also feel like some of you may encounter people who are trying to con you out of money in some way. Feels like a fast talker who will, have you believe in a get rich quick money scheme or charge you too much for something than what it's actually worth. So just be wise, pay attention. If it seems too good to be true, well, it most likely is. Health, anxiety is going to be strong this week. Consider that the connection between what you're thinking and worrying about is causing your anxiety. Focus on solutions. Stop dwelling on the problem once you're aware of it. And then, just realize stress is a killer. And some of you are feeling things and having symptoms which can't be explained by your doctors. Again, take a look at the connection between your thoughts and your worries. They manifest physically in crazy ways sometimes, and every emotional connection is linked, or every emotional repressed thing is connected to a physical ailment. Spirituality this week, stillness, silence, and staying in the present moment will help you deal with any anxieties that arise. I feel like it's important for you to stop and listen to what the universe has to offer. The energy of the universe speaks from within you. It's easy to become confused or deluded this week, so give yourself time and space to absorb new information. And that wraps up tonight's predictions. And let's do a quick moment of Zen, and then we will take tonight's caller. All right, so if you close your eyes, open your palms, and tell yourself you're open to receive, I'm going to focus on your third eye chakra, and I want to do that in order to help you with clarity, truth, your inner world, your perception, and just open up your senses and your feelings and all those things that maybe we're not always connected to that are greater than ourselves. So go ahead and take a deep breath and exhale, and then I'll let you know when you can open your eyes. Here we go. All right, open your eyes. Okay, let's go on to our live caller tonight. Tonight I have Carolyn in Sherman, Texas. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing pretty good. One day closer to the weekend, so that's always awesome for me. How about you?
Well, yeah, I'm disabled, so I'm at home most of the time, so it's all good, though.
Oh, yeah. What can I do for you this evening?
I'm doing great, and, just listening to your preview that you've been doing, have you already read me?
I actually made some notes about you. If you'd like to hear them,
Yes, please, because it sounds. Yes, please. You sound like you're talking right to me already.
All right, perfect. So, when you said you were disabled, one of the things I had written down for you was that I felt like you were spending a lot of time alone, and that you were spending a lot of, I almost felt like maybe you were just by yourself too much, maybe like a little bit of a hermit, a homebody, and you weren't really getting out there too much. And I feel like I just kind of feel like, yes, it's good to have some alone time, but I feel like you need a little bit more people in your life. But I feel like you need good people in your life that are more like-minded, like yourself. And I feel like maybe there's a little part of you that's afraid of being vulnerable around people. Or maybe even just being around new people, I mean, I don't feel like you're completely all by yourself, but I just feel like there's not any new energy coming into your life. So I'm not sure if that resonates with you.
Yes, it does, totally.
Okay. So another thing that I kind of felt for you as well was that maybe I feel like you're focused on the truth of a matter, right? Like I feel like you're trying to get to the bottom of something, or like you want to know the truth. Yeah, and I feel like you've been stuck on this, and you're really like, I gotta know the truth, and you've got a lot of energy going into that. And the advice that was coming through for you on this was for you to, I know it's gonna be really hard, okay, but it was to let it go and to move forward with your life. Like, I know it's easier said than done, and if you want, I can try to help you with some tools. I've got tons of books I can email you. Anything that would help you try to let go and forgive and just move on, because it's hurting you.
Right. It is.
It is. I just feel like, it's just something that, it's almost like it's something it's almost something to do, is what I feel.
It's what?
Like something to do, not that you're bored, but it's just like it's something.
And I guess I'm just second guessing myself, I have my heart saying one thing, and my head told me something else, and I'm just confused about it.
Oh. Well, let me see if I can connect. You don't have to tell me the details. So you've got one person telling you one thing, then you have the other person telling you another. And now, is this in regards to like a committed relationship you're in?
No, it was someone that I met online, and we've just been texting and chatting back and forth. But I have a strong connection with him. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's hard to understand, but I don't even understand it. But, like he can finish my sentences, I can finish his, or we'll check something at the same time. And my heart is saying, yes, 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 but my head is saying, no, no, no. That I feel like there's just some kind of deceit there. But I'm not sure. And,
Okay, so you guys have been talking for like a couple of months?
I'm sorry?
Have you been talking for a couple of months, like texting, emailing? Like, I feel like it's been at least a couple of months or more.
Yes.
Okay, but you haven't met this person in person yet, right? Because I feel like there might be some distance as well.
Yeah. He apparently is. He's saying he's in the military, army, and stationed in Afghanistan, and wants to come back to the States to, meet me and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But,
so now I kind of feel that he's telling the truth about the military part of things. I do feel like he's in the military. I'm not 100% positive about the Afghanistan thing, but I do feel like he's potentially far away. Like, that's why I asked you about there's some distance involved. So I definitely feel like he's away from you and it's not easy. So he could be overseas somewhere. Like I said, I'm not getting 100% the Afghanistan thing, but that doesn't mean it's not true, okay? Now, I do feel like you have a soul connection with this person, and it's kind of good that you are putting yourself out there because you haven't been doing that.
No, I've been hurt too many times that, I've just learned a lot of lessons about just not jumping into something, just go with my feelings and my heart, because it seems to always come back and bite me.
Right, yeah, and one of the things I actually wrote down for you under the love department was part of you is blocking yourself out of fear of rejection and abandonment because you have had some negative experiences in relationships, and it's this feeling of like you're always being left or you're being rejected in some way because they leave you.
Yes.
And you know, that goes all the way back to your childhood. Like, this is old stuff that you're dealing with. So this, I feel like this person coming into your life, the guy that you're talking to, I feel like it's a positive thing. And I feel like you need to, yes, you got to be, you know, obviously be smart, don't move quickly or any of that. But I do feel like it's a good exercise for you to let your guard down a little bit, because in order to actually get that love that you want, you have to be open to receive it. And you can't judge everybody for past mistakes. You know, the universe wants to send you this person, send you good love. Now, I'm not getting whether or not the two of you are going to, like, live happily ever after or any of that, but I am feeling strongly like this is a great opportunity for you to move forward with your life, and it will bring in fresh energy no matter what happens with this. Like, you need to be able to be open. And I've got my producer yelling at me. I got 60 seconds. So real quick, any questions before I got to jump off here?
No, ma'am. You've been wonderful, and I thank you so much for taking my call. Is there anything else that you have wrote down that you didn't get to yet, or?
Yeah.
Or who can I give my email? Who can I give my email address to you, so that you know you can send me the books you were talking about?
Oh yeah, you can email me directly at AskRebecca@gmail, or you just contact A1R radio station. Or when you get back on the phone with Dave, he'll help you and take your email or whatever. However he does that, I'm not 100% sure, but you can contact me directly. I've got 30 seconds. I'm sure I'm going to get cut off, but get a hold of me.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You've been wonderful.
Oh, thank you, and you have too. And just stay positive and definitely email me, okay?